Hey guys, it's Jen Lefforge. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about a couple of different things. I'm going to be sharing with you some pins, and we're also going to be talking about the brand new Patreon page and how you can get involved. So I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, so at the end of this video, I'm going to show you some fantastic pins that I just got that my son brought me back from Shanghai Disneyland. He was just there last week, and because he loves his mama, he did such a good job, and I wanted to make sure I shared those with you guys. So stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you those pins. They are extremely cool. He had a lot of great stuff to tell me about Shanghai Disneyland. I'm not sure I feel the need to go, but I don't know. Maybe someday. Really today though, I want to talk to you guys about Patreon. A lot of you have reached out and asked me how you could support the channel. I don't think I've made any bones about the fact that this is a business for me. It's a part-time business. It's not a full-time business, but it is a business where I am spending a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy. And I want to tell you a story about something that happened in London that made me actually decide to launch Patreon. So Patreon is something I've been kicking around for a while. My good friend Bart Scott had reached out and said, you really should consider doing this. What it basically is you become a patron of my channel. So just as you give money to PBS or other subscription services, whether that be a magazine you like or a newspaper you like, or maybe it's something like Netflix, you are giving monthly to support the work that I am doing with the channel. And I set up the page. I actually put a lot of time and effort into it. I love the way it looked, and it just sat there. And I just kept feeling, I don't know, sometimes I think as women, we just hesitate about asking for what it is that we need. And I kept going back and forth. I was like, oh, nobody's gonna wanna give me money monthly. And there's so many other worthwhile things that people could be doing with their money, and on and on and on it goes. All of this imposter syndrome garbage that we put ourselves through. And while my son and I were in London, we were sitting in Covent Garden in this beautiful setting. We were having some wine because the drinking age is only 18 there, so don't judge. We were having some wine. We were eating a beautiful plate of appetizers and cheese and all of this great stuff. And there were performers that were coming in. There was a fantastic group of musicians that played the fiddle, and they were awesome, and they danced, and they made me so happy. And then there was also an opera singer that came in, and it was really beautiful, and I was so enjoying my experience. And the woman that was heading up the string quartet got up and said, you know, we rely on your donations in order to continue doing what we're doing. And they put the basket out, and she pointed out, my son and I kept laughing, and there's Richard, and he's taking your donations for everyone that was up in the upper level balcony at Covent Garden looking over. And I went and I put money in the basket, and I thought, okay, Jen, did you feel weird about that? Did you feel like you shouldn't have done that? Did you feel like they were begging? I was like, well, no, of course not. These are professional musicians who are giving of their time and energy to come down here and bring me a lot of joy. And so I was perfectly happy to give money towards what they were doing. And I realized that I needed to have the same attitude over the work that I was doing here on YouTube. This is work for me. I love it. It brings me a great deal of joy, but it is work. I put a lot of time and intentionality into my videos. I do a lot of research before I film. And as you guys have heard me talk about before, things cost money. The lights cost money. The extra internet that I need for my house costs money. I just had to buy a brand new computer, and that costs money. There are things that go into the channel that require funding. So I came home and I thought, you know what? We're launching the Patreon page, and I did a very soft launch. I put a message here on YouTube and over on Facebook, and I already have had such a tremendous response from you guys. I really put it out there with so much trepidation and so much like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. And those of you that have encouraged me and have said, you know, please tell me how I can support the channel, I appreciate you more than I can possibly say. So you have really stepped up. I already have, I believe, 9 patrons, and I haven't even really launched it yet. So how it works is you go on to the site, I'll put the link below, You sign up for an amount that you would like to give monthly. There are small amounts and there are larger amounts. And then there are also things that happen at different tiers. There's actually a welcome gift that I will be giving to those that give at a certain amount or above. And as soon as I get to a certain amount, there are things I will be doing just for my Patreon subscribers. And those will be special blog posts, special videos that will be just for that group of people. It also gives you an opportunity to kind of chat with me in a smaller setting. So that way, if you had planning questions and things like that, I always try to get back to all my comments, but it can be challenging. A lot of you reach out to me through Instagram Messenger, and that's great, but it can be hard for me to keep on top of all of those. My Patreon subscribers will be a much smaller group, and I feel like I'll be able to communicate with you guys a lot more easily, and you'll have a little bit more access to just chat with me about different things. I'm also hoping to use my Patreon subscribers as sort of a board of directors as we move forward. I'm going to be asking you guys questions about content, questions about merchandise, questions about what we should do with the channel moving forward. I really consider you as being part of my team and the inner workings of what I'm doing on the channel. So those are all the things that you'll get as a Patreon subscriber. Nothing will change on the channel. I follow Disney in Detail. I don't know how many of you follow her. Victoria is just a doll, and she launched her Patreon page recently. I'll put a link to her channel here if you want to go check her out. And I love the way that she made sure to emphasize that nothing changes here on the channel because of Patreon. This is just an additional way for those who want to support the work that I'm doing. So if you don't want to support it at all, then that is 100% okay. I am still going to show up a few times a week. I'm still going to be here. I hope you'll still watch the videos, like, comment. I will still respond to all of your comments. But this is just an additional way for some of you to be able to support the channel. So Patreon, do it, don't do it. Choice is yours. I hope I'll see a lot of you over there on the Patreon page. Okay, now, what you've been waiting for. So first of all, can we talk about the packaging on this bag? So it says Shanghai Disney Resort right there. And it's just this adorable little paper bag. So he presented me with these. You know, when kids grow up and then they have their own money and they do things like this for you, really? Also, can I just say, I love that my boys have adventurous spirits and love to travel. I was in London with one son and one son was in China, and my kids have been all over the world. And I said this to Coral on the phone. My kids really feel like the world is theirs to explore. And I mean, we've done a lot wrong as parents. We've done a lot wrong as parents, but that one thing, I feel like we've just given our kids an adventurous spirit, and yeah, they go out and do things, and it makes me really proud. So the first one I'm gonna show you, it kind of cracks me up. This is a Finding Nemo set, and the pins themselves, so I'm gonna take this out of the packaging so you guys can see. I'm such a bad blogger. I really should have done this before. They have all these little stickers on everything. Okay, hold please. Here's your backer card. Isn't that cool? So it says Finding Nemo, Disney Pixar, Shanghai Disney Resort, and then whatever those letters are in Chinese. And then these are your little pins. So what cracked me up is check out Marlin's face. I don't know that I have ever seen Marlin having more of an attitude than he does on this pin from China. I mean, and it's not like he's worried about his son. Like, he is like full on annoyed with Dory, and that just cracked me up for some reason. So yeah, so you have Crush, and you have Nemo's little friends, and then you have our little shark guy. I don't remember his name. The shark has a name. I'll have to figure out what the shark's name is. So those 4 pins, and he bought, let's talk about my son again. He bought 1 pin he said, I bought you 2 pin sets. I thought you could keep 1 and you could do 1 as a giveaway. So you need to stay tuned because I am gonna do this set as a giveaway sometime very soon. So be on the lookout for that. But I just absolutely love that pin set. And then on the back, it just says disneypins.com. Anyway, that is kind of an up close you can see of the pin and Marlin and his bad attitude. That cracks me up. Okay, and then this other pin set, this is the one that I'm keeping for myself because I am a very selfish girl. And this one, it looks like I'm actually gonna have to, oh no, I can open it at the bottom. Hold on. hold on. This one, okay, this one is actually on a postcard. Can you guys see that? It's actually on a Shanghai Disneyland postcard, and it's a legit postcard. Like, you could actually mail this if you took the pins off of it. And then you've got this pin here, hopefully that will focus, that says Shanghai, yeah, it says Shanghai Disney Resort right there. And then this pin here, which I'm actually gonna take off the backer because that is an amazing pin. And I kind of am loving that they're in a double-decker bus and that I was in London when he bought these for me. Hold please, okay. So you've got the Fab Five. You've got Minnie, Pluto, Mickey, Goofy, Donald, Daisy. And it says on the front of the bus, Mickey, and then there's a license plate number that I can't quite make out. And it says Shanghai Disney Resort. And everybody is having such a good time. See if I can focus in on that. Check out that pin. Absolutely love this pin. So this set I'm keeping, yeah, it says and this one just says Shanghai Disney Resort. But it's a nice big pin. It's got two backers on it. And look at this backer. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that so cool? He told me what Main Street is called. It's called something different there. I think it's called Mickey Town, USA. But anyway, absolutely love those pins. I thought you guys would enjoy seeing those. I hope you'll subscribe and put your bell notifications on so that you can see when I do the giveaway for the Finding Nemo pins. That will come up very soon. Thank you so much for being here today. If you'd like to check out the Patreon page, I hope you will do so. Again, nothing's gonna change. I'm still gonna show up here, but I really do appreciate those of you that go above and beyond to support the work I do, to leave encouraging comments, and to be part of this journey with me. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.